Hello, my friends. My name is DadCraft73, and welcome back to another episode of our 1.15.2 Vanilla Minecraft Let's Play series. Hey, I hope you're healthy. I hope you're taking care of yourself. I hope you're washing your hands. I hope you're staying in the house, playing video games, and hanging out with your family and doing all those cool things instead of running around partying up with a group of a big stack of people spreading viruses around amongst each other. Let's do the first thing and not the second. Oh, man, we have to joke a little bit about the coronavirus, but it is certainly no joke, so please do everything you can to take care of yourself and keep yourself healthy and all that good stuff. Hey, you remember how in our last episode we were like, hey, you know those hills there behind our farm, which is all grown up, by the way, and it looks amazing. You know that those hills that were back there, man, it's getting ready to be nighttime. We're going to leave those in, and we're going to build a house on top of it. Yeah, we've scrapped that idea. I got to thinking, man, I've been inspired. There's this lady. Her name is, Drama Smith. Oh, my goodness. She is part of the AlphaCraft server, and I'll make sure to leave a link to her channel in the description box down below. But you know how I told you that with my fields and stuff like that, yeah, the fields, these big rolling fields, I got inspired by watching this lady, hiya, crafting mantis. Well, the stuff that we're going to do today is inspired by watching this other lady, Drama. I think it's Drama. It's D-R-E-Y. I think. There'll be a link in the description box down below. Please go and check out her videos and some of the stuff that she builds. Lots of time lapses, lots of cool stuff. Anyway, but in her base, I guess she has a train. And I love trains, and I guess maybe something we're going to do today is like common knowledge. I never even heard of it before until I saw her video making rails out of anvils. I mean, I don't know. I never even heard of that before, but maybe that's what people have been doing who are like into the trains and stuff like that. So what I've done is here's how we're going to handle this. What I would like to do is I would like to run across the back end of these fields a rail, like a train track. And then, not in this episode, I think maybe the next episode, we're going to actually build a steam locomotive that is going to be on these tracks. And then we're going to have like cargo cars, like, you know, coal cars and maybe cars that are holding like hay bales and farm related stuff. And it's coming through. And over here, I think, like, so we're going to run this track. It's going to be quite long, I think. I'm pretty sure we have enough iron to make, I don't know, 20 stacks of anvils, if not more than that, probably more than that. But we're going to run this thing all the way down along here, and then sort of, I don't know exactly where. Oh, hello. Hello? Ooh, what was that? That was some weird craziness. Anyway, we're going to run this train all the way down along this edge of these farms, and then we're going to try to curve it. Now, curving anvil railroad tracks, it's not going to be easy, and it's not going to look great, but I think it's going to be back here out of the way, and we won't really see it. So we're going to curve it here, and then we're going to drive it up along the edge of these farms, and then over here next to the water, we're going to build ourselves a little bit of a station. So the train's going to come in there, and then it's going to do its deal, and then I think that's going to be end of the line, and then we're going to build one of those I don't know if it's called a roundabout or not. I don't know if you've ever seen them. I live in Virginia, and not too powerfully far from me is Frostburg, the Frostburg Railroad, and you can ride it. It's an old steam locomotive, and at the top of the mountain, it goes up the mountain. It's really cool during like fall foliage and stuff like that. But you ride at the top of the mountain, and you get up there, and it's the end of the line. So they have this big thing that they turn the locomotive around. Oh, it's awesome. And we're going to try to build one of those if we possibly can. That way we could complete like the whole train thing. And then essentially, so when it comes down past our farm, our village area, it's going to go down, it's going to hit that big roundabout, and then it's going to be able to get turned around and come back this way. Yeah. So that's what our plan is. So what we need to do is I think we need to start laying out this railroad, and that's what I want to work on today. And I think that's going to be pretty good. I think we're even going to stick a villager or something in the train. And he's going to be the engineer, and we'll make him a profession that we can maybe trade with. So we're going to have to build a bridge across our little river here, and then we're not going to extend it past this hill. You know, we've got to suspend some belief or whatever you call it. But what we will do is we'll do something cool in there, I think. So let's go out here. And let's start thinking about the track, okay? So I used to live not far from railroad tracks. There used to be, like, above my house, I could walk up through the mountain, up the mountain, and up the top was a railroad track. And it was one of my favorite things to do, especially in the summertime, would be to go up there and then walk along the railroad track, and there was a tunnel, a big train tunnel, and it was always nice and cool inside there. Story time with Dad Crab. When I was a kid, back in the day. Anyway, yeah, so that's what we would do. We would walk along the track and then go into the tunnel where it was nice and cool, and there was always, like, water dripping down. Oh, it was good. Yay. Whatever. All right, so here's my plan. I want to make... So anyway, that whole point of that whole story... dumb guy, is that along the edge of the railroad track there's like gravel and stuff that's in the railroad track, and it's kind of sloped down. It's like sort of a hump where the actual track is, and it's the stuff that they put inside the track is called ballast, and we need to sort of emulate that if we possibly can. So I have a couple types of stairs here. I've got some andesite, and we're going to sort of mix those in, I think, here and there, make it look good. Yeah, like this. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, and maybe a couple over here. Okay, and then like this, like that. Yeah, and then let's go a couple more blocks out. And we want to we want this thing to be somewhat pronounced, I think. Whoops. Okay. And I do realize that once we get to the bend, we'll have to see how that whole turn is going to work. I hope I don't have to change my plans or anything, but whenever we get to the bend, then we will figure out how we're going to handle making this sort of embankment. That feels like that's too steep. I think it is absolutely too steep. I think what we need to have instead is maybe some slabs there to bring it up that next step. Let's go get some. Oh, you know what I did between the episodes, just because I wanted to mess around with it, and I just felt like playing some Minecraft the other night. I was having trouble sleeping. My sleep schedule is a little bit jacked up at the moment. I'm a pretty laid back kind of guy, but man, whatever. I have to. For me personally, sorry, I was supposed to go get slabs, but I just changed topics. I have to. Eventually, I have to turn off the news and turn off social media and just stay away from all that kind of stuff, because all it ends up being is like bad news, and it starts to get on you. And I was just thinking about my mom. I mean, she's 81, and just some of those things that happen. I'm sure some of you guys are going through the same type of thing, thinking about stuff. But anyway, so I just want to play some Minecraft. So one of you guys, I think Rethgul and maybe some other folks, had commented about putting a path through the middle of our sugarcane field. So I built one of these, and these right here, these green blocks, these are kelp. Right, so you smelt kelp. I don't know if I have any, but I went over there to the water, right over there, and got a bunch of kelp and smelted some of it, and then you turn into blocks, which you could use for fuel. But I thought maybe that it looked like sugarcane laying here, like that had been like cut and bundled, maybe, and maybe they're ready to come pick it up now. So I just stuck some of those in there. I think it looks pretty good. This little path is nice. If I was a farmer, I'd certainly want a path through my sugarcane. I wouldn't want to be like walking through here, like hacking through. All right, let me see if I have any andesite in my chest. I do. Okay, so let's go here. Let's get this guy. Let's make some andesite slabs. Let's make some of these, and we'll just make a bunch of all this stuff so we could go work with it. Okay. Oh, dang. Oh, good. Okay, how do I get out of here? Like that. Okay. All right, so I think we want to do slabs here. Let's put a couple in and see what it ends up looking like. Where's our andesite ones? Right here. Try to randomize them if we can. That might be better. I don't know if that's quite right, though. It still feels really steep there. I don't like that either. I think what we need to do is this. I think we need to go up. We need to go like here. And then go like the step up. Okay? And then we can go... Because, you know, ballast, the rocks and stuff that are along the side of a railroad track, it's not super steep. It's just kind of like a gentle... Yeah, that feels better to me. That certainly does. Okay, I think... Yeah. So then we just need to go and take out some of these cobblestone blocks, and then we can replace those with these top slabs. Like that. Okay, so that right there feels better to me already. Okay, and then we're going to need a 3-block wide roadbed, which is actually, you know, the part that the train rides on is called the roadbed, and we need to have that thing 3 blocks wide. So I want to be able to put some stuff in here, so we're actually going to put a full floor underneath of it. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, maybe 5. Let's do 5. That's getting wider and wider by the second. But, you know, trains don't play around. Trains are a big thing. All right, and then we're going to go... We'll go like that maybe, and then we'll go like that. Is that how that thing is? Yep. And then this right here will be up. Like so. Okay, and then this is that top level. Okay. And then these are going to be... We'll run mostly full blocks along here. And then we'll stick these in like this, and so we don't have any andesite blocks. Okay, and then we need some of these. It's nighttime. Let's go sleep through the night here in just a second. Okay, so there is our, and then our roadbed is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks wide. Okay, all right. Well, we have to do a couple things anyway, so let's go and let's keep working on this little section of rail. Or roadbed currently, and then I'm going to go make a bunch of anvils, and we'll take a look and see what they look like. We also need something for railroad ties, and I think we're going to use some sort of wood. I feel like I'm lagging a little bit. I may need to restart. Maybe spruce? I like spruce. Get a whole bunch of those. And then, what were we here for? Oh, anvils. We need like 1, 2, I don't know. How many anvils can I make? There, okay, good enough. There, let's get some more iron out of here, and let's make some more. Okay, we'll put these guys back away. All right, awesome. All right, let's go back down. Let's sleep through the night. Let's eat something. We'll sleep through the night, and then we'll see if we can actually make the tracks. Okay, sleep through the night here. I love trains. I love them. There for a while. I almost took a job. I feel like this is like, let's have a conversation with Dad Craft Day, but that's okay. I almost had a job where I used to, before I moved to Virginia, I lived out in the Midwest in Kansas City, Missouri, and I had a chance. I want to do gravel along the edge. Let's go for here. I had a chance to work for the railroad, but I didn't. I moved to Virginia and got a job out here. So I had this job, I had the job in Virginia, or I had the railroad job at the same time, and I chose to pick the job in Virginia. Some days, like many days, I wish maybe I had taken that other job. Worked on the railroad. That was a long time ago. Okay, let's stop going down like memory lane here, guy, and let's get the building. Okay, so I've got some gravel. I want the edges of our roadbed to be gravel. Solid gravel, I think, will look good. Okay. All right. Oh, you know what? That's not what I want. No. Hold on. This has to be all filled in with filled in with cobblestone. And then we can make the rest of the roadbed. Okay, now, so this edge here, this is going to give us another step up, right, which is going to be pretty cool. This guy is going to be all gravel along the edges. This will technically be like the top edge of the ballast. Okay, and then I think what we're going to do is we're just going to put, because most of it's going to get covered up, I think we're just going to use cobblestone maybe for the actual roadbed. Let's see what that looks like, and then we'll change it if we need to. Because a lot of this is going to get covered up. Okay, and then, okay, so our anvils are going to go like this. Wow, those are super loud. Look at that. That absolutely looks like train tracks. Come on, man. I love it. And then every other one, we're going to go like this. And then same here. These are the railroad ties. Okay, now the question is, does that actually look like a railroad? Is it too beefy? I don't think so. The reason why I want it to have this big like roadbed here, this built-up area, is because I want to be able to see it from like back on the other side of the farm. Like I want it to stick up a little bit. All right, let's take a look. Let's go like right here. Let's just get up a little bit above it. I think there's no question that looks like a train track, baby. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Okay, so we're going to have to try to keep this thing straight for a good ways. So what that probably will mean is we will back our fields up, which, you know, is not a big problem for me. Let's see how much of this thing we can get done. So now we've got essentially the roadbed. I'm gonna use this guy. Maybe it'll break. We have the roadbed design complete. Now we could lower this thing down and give it a smaller footprint. And I don't know if that's what we should do or not. I hate being indecisive. Are you guys indecisive too? I'm indecisive all the time about stuff. That looks so good. Oh, it looks so good. I wish we could put some rust on those. Oh, that'd be nice. Anyway, I feel like that's pretty massive. Okay, I feel like that's pretty massive, but the benefit, I think, will be that we can see it from over here. Like, if we go over here... Well, we can't see it from here because of that crazy thing. We'll be able to see the train, though, maybe. Because the train is going to... I'm not even sure where the train is going to start yet. It's going to be a pretty long train. I mean, not super long. Yeah, I mean, there it is. Right, there's the track. You can just barely see it peeking above the edge there. I mean, I think that's okay. I mean, railroad tracks are like the real deal. People don't mess around. I mean, we build their massive structures. I mean, I don't know. Does that feel like it's too high? Oh, man. I think maybe it does. All right, let me work this out. I'm going to tear it all down, and we're going to do it like this. Like 1, 2, and then maybe the roadbed. Maybe not even. Maybe we'll just use this as the edge. Let me tear it all down and try it again. I won't make you be here. But, man, it certainly looks like a railroad track. Let's see what we can do. We can shrink it down a little bit without changing how awesome it looks. Because the thing that I'm worried about is this thing is, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blocks wide. And turning this is going to be next to impossible. I mean, we could probably just shift the whole thing over, but I don't know how big of a radius that's going to make. I mean, that's going to be a big, pretty massive thing. But maybe that means we don't put our deal all the way over there, because the goal is just to have a railroad tracks coming in. I don't know. I really like it. I think it's too tall, though. I think we have to shrink it a little bit. I think we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we can do 7 blocks wide, and that will, make it... I mean, it's not that hard to build. Okay. Let me tear it down. We'll see what we can do. I'll be back with you in just a second. Alrighty, my friends. We are back. Okay. I think I figured out, like, the best... I mean, I don't know if it's the best, but I figured out something that's going to certainly work for us. And I've extended out the railroad. I don't know. I think it's probably about 90 blocks, 80 blocks, something like that so far. And I think it looks really good. It doesn't look like we've actually done that much, but it's actually a good bit of work to put this thing in. The biggest part, though, is I had to fill all this area back in with dirt. I don't know. I guess I should have paid attention and not... cleaned it out, brought it down to the level of the field, because then I just had to turn around and put it all back in, which has taken a little bit of time, but I don't know, it's probably like 20 stacks of dirt, something like that, maybe more, but it doesn't really matter. It's done now. I'm just putting in the last of these spruce slabs here. Man, this thing looks like a train track for sure. I love it so much. Oh man, it's awesome. So now the only other thing we need to do is let's use some cobblestone and extend this thing out until we need to make our turn. And we need, like, I mean, we might even be pretty good right here. We might just make the turn here. We need 26 blocks. I found a tutorial. I'll put it in the description box of the video. Sorry. I mean, it's late. It's late. It's Sunday already. You guys are seeing this on Sunday, and I've been working on this for, I don't know, a couple hours now. But that's okay. So we need 26 blocks to make the turn. So I think we're going to be okay. So let's say we're going to make the turn right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, I think this is going to be about perfect. I didn't even do that on purpose. Okay, 21, 22, 23. And it won't necessarily... So we need... So 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay, so this edge right here, so this point, this is where the tracks we're going to resume once we get 26 blocks. Let's just measure them out this way. All right, 1, so it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay, so right there, this is where the tracks are going to resume their sort of straight. So it's going to be like the tracks are going to come in. There's going to be a fairly sharp curve. And then it's going to be heading into the station down that way. Yeah. Okay, so that's perfect. So that means... Okay, so, and then we'll have another big, long straightaway. I think what we're going to do on this straightaway, instead of... Because... we're going to put the train over here along the back, I think. I think that will look the best. That also means, if you're keeping score, that all of this dirt right here is going to have to actually be cleared out. I don't know why. I just put most of this back in like an idiot. Instead of just stretching that out and seeing where it ended up. But all of this dirt here is going to have to be cleaned back out. And then this is all going to become fields. So we're going to extend our fields. We thought they were big already, but they're going to be even larger than before. We'll probably have to figure out how to... maybe extend our wheat field, like bring this back there. But not today. Today is all about putting in these railroad tracks and getting this bend in. So we also have back here, by the way, I have almost 2 stacks of anvils. I made 4 stacks of anvils. I added, it's like 64, I don't know, it's like 2 or 3 stacks, I guess, that we've got total. Probably 3 stacks total. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to extend this railroad over to the edge of the water. That means we're also going to have to build a bridge across, and then we're going to have to build a tunnel, because we're going to disappear, in quotes, the train inside the tunnel. So it's not going to come out the other side. We're just going to run it straight this way across like a little fancy looking bridge, which will look kind of nice. We'll actually probably be able to see it. And then we're going to run the tracks across, and then we're going to go into there a little ways, make like a big tunnel, and then we're going to disappear the train in there and just pretend, because that's what a lot of Minecraft is, right? Pretending that it's coming through that tunnel. And if we ever decide we want to extend it on the other side for whatever reason, we could do that. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to make this bend. I'm afraid this bend is probably going to take a good bit of work, because it's a pretty sharp bend, and then we've got to figure out how to work all of this stuff sort of in that process as well. So it's probably going to look not the greatest, but whatever. We have to do it. We have to bend it. So, if we could just run this thing straight forever, this would look a lot better, but how are we going to get down there if we don't cut it? And we're not going to be out here looking at this corner that much anyway. So, whatever. I'm going to get back to work. I'll see you in just a second. Alrighty, my friends, we are back. Okay, so we have what I think happens to look like a half-decent railroad system going on here. Our turn's not great, but it is a turn, and it gets us down, heading towards where we're going to put our rail station. So the good thing about it is, this is my, at least, justification for the somewhat shady situation we've got with this turn, is, A, it's hard to turn anvils. They're not really connected. So we did the best we could, but the big thing about it is, you can see all the way across there. That's my house. That's the bridge. That's the bridge. We can't even see our house, right? So there's the bridge over there. So this turn is about as far away, and it's going to be just huge fields. Right, so all these are going to be just big, massive fields, and so it's going to be back here in this corner. The train is going to be sitting back here, right? Maybe like approaching the turn, so we can get some cool train cars and stuff like that in. But this turn is going to be sort of out of general view, so I think it'll be okay. I mean, we could probably spend another, I don't know, a couple hours or an hour or however long messing around with it a little bit to see if we can't get it to look a little bit better. But, I think I'm okay. I think I'm fine with that. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like I said, we can't even see our house. We're so far away. So this corner is about the far edge of our base area, and it's just going to be this corner out here. We got to have one because we want to drive this train down into a station down there and then have a roundabout to turn this thing, turn it around and send it back on its way. So I think it looks pretty good. I'm okay with it. We started to extend it this way a little bit. I've got to fill in some more dirt. I spent all this time putting dirt all the way back in here, and what I should have done is just ran the strip down along here. But this way we can at least sort of make it somewhat organic, and I don't think I'm going to change anything over there because I need a little bit of room to do, like you can see right there, kind of scuff it up a little bit, the edges, rocks tumbled down. We're going to put some grass in there. I think I'm going to go out in the desert and get some dead bushes and stuff like that. And I think it's going to come out okay. I'm so excited. I don't know, it feels like it's literally been months and months, maybe even longer than that I've had this much, excitement about doing vanilla Minecraft. I don't know what the deal is. I'm hooked. I was hooked before, but now I'm hooked. It's all I think about it. I just want to keep playing and playing, but it's late. It's 1 a.m. in the morning, and I still have to edit this video. I gotta make a thumbnail. I gotta get this thing uploaded, and so you guys can watch it. Anyway, I think we're going to call it done right there. We have done good work today. Lots of hard work. That's always makes you feel good. So until next time, please remember to be cool. Don't be a fool. And from my 1.15.2 Vanilla Minecraft Let's Play series, oh man, we're playing with trains. I guess we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.